Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. My name is Donna and I am the Creole Crafter. Today we will be decoupaging napkins. So let's get started with DIY number one. I have this beautiful napkin that I ordered off of Amazon, and I also have a gorgeous pick from Dollar Tree. I'm not exactly sure what the name of these flowers are. I think they are orchids, if I'm not mistaken. I have Podge apple barrel paint in white, and I have a vase out of my stash that I've had for a while, and I already gave it 2 coats of the white paint. Now, if you decide to decoupage using napkins, sometimes they come with 2 or 3 plies. What you want to do is pull those extra plies off, and right here, that's what I did. It was 2 ply. I pulled that extra ply off, and I'm going to tear my napkin, just the pieces that I want to use, and I'm going to focus on one side of the vase because I want my napkins to be on what I would call the front of the vase. So now that I have it, the pieces that I'm going to use, and I'm just placing it here, trying to get a visual of how I want to decoupage my napkins on. I'm going to take some Podge and use a very soft sponge to apply the napkin onto the vase. And for right now, I'm only placing the Podge where I'm going to place the napkin. And I'm just smoothing out the bubbles and wrinkles with my fingertips. And I'm also going to take the rest of the napkin and tear around a few more butterflies and add those. And then after I've done that, I'm going to give the entire vase a full coat of the Podge to seal everything in. I added my beautiful orchids to the vase, and you'll see more of this in the final reveal. Okay, this is a monthly collaboration between my sister from another mother, Melinda the Crafty Doll. Melinda also has a second channel where she does all things home on a budget, and actually that's the name of her channel. The link to her channel and video will be below in my description box. So after you're done watching my video, go over to this beautiful, super talented lady's channel and show her some love. And when you get there, tell her the Creole Crafter said, "What's up, girl?" Okay, moving on to DIY number two. I have another beautiful napkin, and this one also came from Amazon. And this is a plastic container with the 3 compartments. Is a organizer, I want to say from Dollar Tree. And what I did was I gave it 2 coats of the apple barrel paint in white. And I have my Mod Podge and my sponge. And right here, I'm just placing my napkin on the container to get a vision of where I want to lay the napkin. And I'm just going to tear it around the piece that I want to use. And if you're wondering why I tear the napkins, it's so that it can not have those fine lines in your piece, and it blends in better when you start applying it to whatever you're going to apply it to. I'm giving it a light, very light coat of Mod Podge, and then I'm going to place the napkin where I want it to go. And I'm only putting the Mod Podge where I want the napkin to go for now. I'm going to take that back ply off and apply it to the container and blend it in with my fingertips to get rid of the bubbles and wrinkles. And I'm giving it a top layer of Mod Podge to seal it in. And I'm also sealing the entire piece with the Mod Podge to seal the paint and everything in. And I'm just using my heating tool to speed up the drying time. I'm going to take a fine 80 grit piece of sandpaper and just sand off the excess napkins. And I want to take it a little further. So what I did was I took some of Apple Barrel, Admiral Blue, white, and lavender paint and mixed it together because I wanted the entire piece to blend in, the color to blend in with the color of the napkin. So I mixed that paint to get it as close to the color of the napkin that I possibly could. And right here, as you see, I'm just dabbing it and blending it out in, and I do it around the entire case. Now I have these chess pieces, and I buy these from Dollar Tree, and I often use them as feet for like a tray or a riser that I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'll use 4 of them. I'm only using some super glue gel glue to apply the chess pieces to the 4 corners of the bottom of the tray. And while I'm waiting for my glue to set, I'm going to take that beautiful bunch of orchids and I'm going to cut off 3 of the flowers. And now that my feet have set, I have 3 pieces of floral foam from Dollar Tree. I've cut down to size to fit inside of the tray, and I'm just going to place them in. And the orchids, the leaves were kind of long for this piece for me, so what I did was I took my scissors and I just cut those green leaves down to make them shorter, and I'm just inserting my flowers into the floral foam Now, I'm going to add some reindeer moss to cover the floral foam, but yeah, I think Dollar Tree got us with this reindeer moss here. I don't know what kind it is, but I really don't care for it. But the reindeer moss that they usually sell is at the bottom of my jar, so I just went with that because that's all they had at the store. So moving on to DIY number 3, and you'll see more of that in the final reveal, number 2. I have another beautiful napkin. I have 2 scrap pieces of, it's a sign, it was a sign, a hanging sign from Dollar Tree that came in 3 pieces, connected with a ribbon of sort, a hanging sign. And I used one of them for a previous DIY, and I had these 2 pieces left. I gave the front and the back a couple of coats of the paint. And right here, I'm cutting my napkin down to size, and I'm using scissors this time because I'm going to cover the entire piece so I don't have to tear anything to blend the napkin in. Now that I have my pieces cut down, I am just going to give the wood pieces, the plank pieces, a couple of coats of Mod Podge and smooth out the napkin over the entire piece using my fingertips again to smooth out the bubbles and the wrinkles. And I'll do that for both pieces. I took my 80 grit sandpaper and sanded off the excess. And here I have 2 scrap pieces of wood out of my stash. I already gave it a couple of coats of the paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm getting a placing for my 2 planks. I am going to glue them on top of those 2 scrap pieces of wood because I want this to be a shelf sitter. So that's why I'm gluing them to this. But you can also use just some tumbling tower blocks on the back of each plank if you want it to be a standing piece. Just those 2 pieces, but I wanted to add something else, and I have a little smaller piece of scrap wood and some peel and stick letters from Walmart, and they come, it's like 700 and something letters. They come 2 sheets of black, 2 sheets of gold, and 2 sheets of silver letters. And I want to spell out the word home. I'm going to take my piece of scrap wood, use some hot glue, and place it in the center of those 2 wooden plaques. And then I'll spell out the word home on that. And you're going to see in the final reveal where the piece of scrap wood that I placed the word home, it was kind of too bright. So what I did was took one of my brown paint pens, markers, and I distressed it a little bit. You'll see it in the final reveal. And here is your final reveal. Now don't forget everyone, this is a collaboration with my sister from another mother, Melinda, the Crafty Doll. Don't forget to go over to her channel and show her some love. I think these came out absolutely adorable. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And I'm going to take this time to thank all my subscribers. Thank you guys so much. You are so deeply appreciated, and thanks to all my new subscribers. Hello guys, welcome to the family. And if you're just stopping by today or coming from Melinda's channel, thank you also for stopping in. If there's anything in this video that you like, give me a big thumbs up. Also consider subscribing so you too can become, excuse me, a part of my YouTube family. If so, don't forget the notification bell. Click it, drop down, click all, and YouTube will notify you when I upload another fantastic video. Don't forget, give me a big thumbs up. It helps my channel out tremendously, and I deeply appreciate it. And also leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I absolutely love these pieces. I love the way these napkins came out. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.